What's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. If you're brand new here, welcome to the channel. Today's video, we are following along with the practice session. So got a couple major matches coming up soon. Actually in 2 or 3 weeks, we're shooting a match in Wyoming. Same match I shot last year. Fun match. Want to perform good again. I kind of performed decent last time. Want to perform pretty good. Been getting on with my dry fire a lot lately, trying to refresh that. So getting back out here. Let's get some rounds down range and do a little practice session, and let's not suck. All right, so I probably should have something specific I want to work on, but I don't actually have something specific I want to work on. So I'm gonna start off with some accuracy-based stuff. So I'm gonna stand, shoot this target maybe 10-ish yards. Just draw on the head box, just to start with nice, like slow stuff. Then we'll start working into the stage. Kind of threw out targets. I'll show you the stage in a minute. I tried to set it up for kind of like accelerator drill-ish, throttle control, dealing with some close targets going into some far targets and back and forth. So I don't know how many we're gonna do here. We're just gonna put a few down there, and then we'll start moving into working on the stage. Maybe we'll move some targets around a little bit, but let's just go for this. Head box shots. These are cold shots, and let's go for it. Stand by. So 122, clean. 123. 122, I felt myself dip that one, but it's still in, I'm using PCSL targets, still in that tango zone. Would have been a miss on the credit card size A zone on a USPSA target, but not on this target, but felt myself dip that one. Let's do another one. 122, last one was 122 also. Consistent around that time. Let's try to do under a second on the body now from 10 yards. That was a Charlie, an 8-9. Let's do it again. Dipped that one super hard. Another Charlie in 9-1. High Charlie up here, 9-2. We're rushing, obviously. Let's try to get an alpha on here. There we go, dead center alpha, 9-3. All right, let's tape that target up and figure out what we're gonna do. Decided I'm gonna do some doubles on this target. We're about 7. I don't have a good paster there, like a dark paster, but we're gonna send it anyway. Let's try to keep the visual focus on these doubles. I haven't done doubles in a really long time, which probably isn't the greatest thing, but let's send it. We got 14-ish rounds, and let's go from there. See how we're shooting today. Wow. Okay. Hesitation is real on that one. Let's reset on that. Those were 18 splits, 19 and a 20. I feel like I dipped most of those, but most of them are dipped in a pretty decent group. Let's do this again. I didn't feel good on that at all. Stand by. All right, that could be better. Not crazy happy with that group. I guess fist-sized group, all right. These two, not good at all. So on that, I felt myself yank the gun and I threw the shot. Then I looked at the shot that I threw, and then I threw another shot. So working on your vision is, I guess, a pretty good thing. Stare at the target, stare in the exact spot you want to shoot. Do that. I'm gonna send some doubles one more time to see if we could maintain the visual focus here. The last one's 18 split, 20 split, 23 split, 19 split. So let's try to do that again with keeping my focus on this. Then we're gonna start shooting some other stuff. Stand by. Got a few rounds left in there. That felt better. I know for sure I kept my eyes laser focused, and there's one group that definitely shows that. Then we threw a few low, and that's just me from anticipating the recoil and dipping it. So bad on me. Let's go look at that group. So let's look at this group. Obviously we were aiming in this area right here, and that group looks great. These were me anticipating the hell out of the gun. That one's trigger pull right there. Usually when you're doing doubles, if you have some like low left, if you are a right-handed shooter, you have low left, that's pretty common that you're pulling the gun with your whole hand and yanking the gun down that way. Usually if you have them coming up this way, you're staring at the dot. We don't have any up that way because I was not staring at the dot. We have some low, those are anticipation, trigger pull right there. All right, now let's look at the stage we're gonna shoot here. So we're gonna find a spot over here somewhere that works out where I could just shoot that target and then just transition right through this port for that target. So probably about right where I'm standing. I have that one open back there, but I'm not gonna shoot that one. I wanna basically run in here, shoot that right as I can, then come up to shoot that guy through the port through here. Then I have that target and that target. This is probably gonna be shoot that one on the move, keep the gun up till right here, and then get that last one. That's the game plan at least. Let's try this out. All right, like I said, spot where we got over here, that transition into that, run over. Actually, let's do this. Let's dry fire this once. So we're gonna dry fire this once or twice, maybe 3 times. This, obviously, dry fire is allowed at the range. It gives you more practice without actually sending rounds down, and you don't have to go tape your target afterwards. All right, didn't feel horrible. Coming through this spot over here definitely didn't feel great, but one of the things that we were working on one of the other videos, might have been the last video, was keeping the gun up, moving through positions. So it is good for me to keep the gun up in that last spot over there. Let's dry fire it one more time. That back target felt horrible as I was coming through it. So let's do it again. Stand by. All right, let's do it live. I don't know if I'm actually gonna move and tape up all the targets. Going to this front one right there was no dot on that last dry fire, but we're gonna go for it. Try to get the gun up as soon as you can, so right when you clear the wall, you can send the 2 rounds off. So gonna do this. I'm gonna try to move quickly doing it, then we'll probably do it one more time, then set a par time faster than that. So let's do this. Stand by. Okay, that was at 8:43. Possibly could have threw a mic back there. I think you got 2 Charlie over here. Charlie Delta in the back. I actually hit the staple, so it's almost hanging off a little bit there. Didn't throw any mics though, so good with that. Let's get another time on it. That target was nice. Got a nice stack of 2 alpha back there. Far one back there was moving a little too much through it. Let's try this again. Hopefully this goes a little better. It was at 8:36. Gonna run it the same way again, then maybe we'll start running it differently. I just want one that kind of like feels good. So, going again. It would be really nice to get 2 alpha here. I'm getting lazy on this target and just like starting the transition a little too early. And that's why we kind of dragged them off. So let's do this again without throwing Charlies. Stand by. 8:36 on the last one. I think the first one was like 8:40 something, so let's do it again. Stand by. All right, 8:87, slowest one yet. Back target over there felt bad. But yeah, I might run it again. This one's gonna be similar. Just gonna shoot this in a different order, which may or may not be more efficient, I don't know. Just gonna come up, shoot the far one first so I can kind of like slow down on it a little bit because we're getting really sloppy, threw a mic on it on the last one. So try to get 2 alpha on that one, then we just transition right down to this one to shoot it, then keep moving. So that's hopefully the goal. Let's see how it goes. Kind of keeping the same hits. It would be nice to try to clean this, but moving across over there on that target is a little spicy. It's also tilted the wrong way for back here. Kind of want to shoot it further up, but gonna stop with the excuses. Let's go. Stand by. Yeah, stand by. Ah, see. So I overran this target right after this. I was able to slow down on that, did that, shot that, and as I moved, I looked up and it was behind the wall, so it is what it is there, but that one felt a little bit better. Let me go check my hits back there. So it was actually my cleanest run in the slowest time. I got 2 alpha on the far back target, so definitely I think that's probably the way to run it. Obviously, if you ever do this ever again. Far back target over there was Alpha Charlie, 2 alpha on the other target, 2 alpha up front here. That second target, I think it was Alpha Charlie, I forget, and 2 alpha right up front. So only dropped, I think, 2 Charlie the entire time in a 966. So we're a second slower, a second plus slower than the other way. Well, I did have to come back to this target, so let's try going again. Let's try to make that feel a little bit better. Then maybe we'll run it the opposite direction. It was an 890. Back target didn't feel great. All right, that was 5 Charlie total. It was 2 Charlie on the back guy. Stacked 2 alpha in the back corner over there. Alpha Charlie, 2 Charlie on my second target. I'm gonna run this a little different now. Well, it's gonna be the same way this way, but gonna take that far target from this position over here. Basically just run past and shoot that guy. But after we shoot that, we gotta instantly get up to that back guy, the back one in the corner. It was an 836. I feel like I pranced my way over here. All right, let's run it a different way. I kind of just walked it. Oh, no dot on that one. No dot at all, actually. So, I had this problem with this SRO the other day where it just turned off on me. And it just did it again. So, that's fun. Since the SRO wants to be pretty lame right now, we took the slide from my polymer gun. That is the Floyd's Custom Shop slide. Swapped the apex barrel back into this. And we're gonna finish shooting this with this. So, me losing the dot on that back target wasn't exactly me, more the gun. Yay for SROs. Hollow Sun doesn't do you like that. Hollow Sun's there for you. All right, that was 2 Charlie on that last one. I transitioned to just start shooting, and I was not close enough on that, but everything else felt pretty good. Little slow, 1177. Let's send it again. Type of practice session that makes you feel like you suck, and you need to get out to practice more, which I guess is a good thing. Let's do this again. That target felt pretty good. Back target felt pretty good. Let's do it again. Stand by. I think I threw a mic back there. Too far. It's not feeling good here. That was a 1042. The worst one yet. And like I said, I think I threw a mic back there. I have to figure out what to do with this SRO. Hopefully it's still under warranty. I have no idea. But obviously, now the dot's working again on the other gun. I'm trying to like tap it on the table here to see if it'll turn off. It's not turning off, obviously, so something we're gonna have to keep an eye on. I will probably wind up taking that SRO off that gun and just throwing one of my, the Hollow Sun from one of my other guns onto there, just so we don't have to deal with it, because it's going, we gotta shoot the Wyoming governor's match in about 2 weeks. So SRO definitely will not be back by then. So should probably swap it out, and I mean, don't really have to train with it because it's dot, but probably swap it out, make sure it's zeroed and all that stuff. Yeah, fun stuff. Let's do a little transition accelerator-ish type thing here. .335. Let's do it the other way. All right, feeling good. 355. I think we could go the other way now. That was a 362. First one was a 340 something. Let's do there maybe. We're not out of, I don't have any more ammo left in these mags after this. So I just threw another mag through the SRO and it didn't turn off on me. I don't know what to do with it. I'll probably still just swap it out just in case with a different, with a 507 comp that I have on a different gun, and we'll just play it safe that way. I think we're at the end of my session here. Time to, it's getting pretty warm out. I think we're just gonna end it off with a couple, well, it depends how it goes, a 25-yard bill drill. So works on your grip, your trigger press, and your vision. So basically your fundamentals. Let's try to keep it, since I'm doing it from my competition belt, I like to keep it under 3 seconds as best as I could. If I'm doing concealment, it's kind of just whatever it is. If 3.5 is like usually good. So the more I could be under 2 seconds, the more I'm happy. For like a regular bill drill, under 2 seconds all day. Vision focus directly in the center of the target there. Let's try it. Don't move your eyes from there. Is this dot? How's this dot? All right, that was a little slow. It was a 327. We might have one Charlie. It's basically a vertical string there. Let's go check it out quick because I'm gonna tape it up too. So this is what we're looking at. That was a 327. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 alpha, 1 Charlie. Yeah, like I said, I like to be under 3. It's a slow first shot. The 37 and 38 splits on that. Let's try to speed that up just a little bit. Let's get a little sloppier. Keep it under 2. First shot was 137, so right there, if I got that shot down closer to a 1-ish, we would be under the 3 seconds with slightly faster splits. So let's try doing this again. Better reaction time would help. .288, getting sloppy. 2 alpha, 4 Charlie. Let's do it again. I don't want to just burn through ammo doing this. .294, could possibly be 2 Charlie, maybe 1. All right, so that's it for me. I am ending there. Had a decent session, not great, which I kind of like having a not great session because then it motivates me to want to get out here and practice again. I'm not out here to just like stroke egos. We're out here to progress with your shooting. The accelerator type drill that I was doing, where it was long, semi-long, and this close one, those felt really good in all different orders that I was doing it. What didn't feel good is when I was doing something similar but moving. So next time I get out here, definitely gonna work on more movement while shooting some further targets, because close ones are easy. If you have any questions on how to shoot while moving, go watch one of the last videos I posted. Was kind of like a quick video on shooting and moving and why you need to do it to save time. The thing I need to do is practice that again, because I've been slacking really hard on dry fire for a while, and we're just getting back into the swing of things. We've got, like I said, we got the Wyoming Governor's match, major match in 2 or 3 weeks. Then the month of August isn't that bad. I do have a class with Gateway Defense towards the end of the month. Then we got Utah State, Factory Gun Nationals, Nationals Reloaded, and then there's some other stuff after that. So I got some big matches coming up. Get out to practice. For you, if you have any questions about anything you saw in the video, I guess leave them down below. I'll do my best to answer them if you have questions about anything. Thanks for watching and joining on this little practice session. This is somewhat typical-ish of a practice session for me, which probably isn't the greatest. A lot of the time it's a not very focused practice, which I need to change that and get more into like a focused practice. This I kind of came out with, I don't know what I want to work on, and just threw some targets out. Gonna have to start figuring things to work out. So this session made me realize that I really need to work out my moving and shooting, and speed-wise doing that. So probably gonna start working on that heavy. Want to support the channel in any way, use the links down below. We have some links for some merch and stuff like that. If you want to support the channel by not using any of your money, just hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video, leave some comments, all that good stuff. I will see you guys in the next one. Get out there, go shoot a match, and let's try to make GM together eventually, because not looking too good after today. Peace out.